Here, Magnus goes back, plays knight back to g7, which is a peculiar move because he didn't have to do that. Maybe he was afraid, he was afraid of g4 or something like that, and f4, for example, so he was like, you know what, before Gary gets all hostile with me, I'm going to back up. But Gary plays the very simple rook d1. That is exactly why he moved his queen up, because now that pawn is a target. An isolated pawn should be blockaded and then captured. Gary has completed step 1. So, rook to c8, knight to b5, a6. Where's this knight going? Is it just going back? Nah, you would have thought it's going to d6. Forcing bishop takes and now pawn takes, justifying that advance a long time ago. He makes that forward progress. Now, to the uninitiated, queen takes d6 is just a free pawn. Yeah, but remember this pawn that we loaded up all our guns on? Yeah. Big problem here. So, couple of issues. Number 1, remember that dark squared bishop you put there a long time ago? It's now a horse. I don't know how a bishop became a horse. I don't know how this became a magic show, but that is not the piece that's supposed to be guarding the dark squares. Gary's next move is going to be queen to h6, followed by something targeting that knight, and then mate. Also, queen h6 hits the bishop, which you put there a long time ago. So it felt like Magnus played a few disconnected moves. A few moves that looked good, but were a little bit disconnected, whereas Gary's entire game plan revolved around transferring that knight through the center of the board, making that correct trade, and for that reason, Magnus does not take this pawn and tries to cause some havoc in the center. Knight e4, bishop f5, and now, remember that first game, that pawn push to the 7th rank that was decisive? You remember, right? You were paying attention. Pay attention, okay? Don't just watch this in the background. d7. If you take with the queen, I triple fork you. Now, if you take with the bishop, you lose a guard of this, and I can just take it. And you would say, well, Levy, didn't you say you shouldn't get rid of the dark squared bishop? I didn't say that. I said that black getting rid of their dark squared bishop caused some really bad weaknesses. White getting rid of their dark squared bishop caused some dark squared weaknesses. Name me one piece for black that can go anywhere on this diagonal. If you said queen to b6, it's time to take up checkers, because that loses a queen for free. Queen b6 is quite literally one of the worst moves on the board right now. So, we get knight to f5, but now, queen takes d7. Queen b6 check, king h1, rook d8, but now the only move, otherwise the queen is trapped, queen to a4. Takes, takes b2. Gary plays queen b1, looking for a trade of queens and to hit the b7 pawn. And after that happens, he transfers the bishop to c4, guards his only weakness, targets this, and here on move 32, Magnus Carlsen resigned.